trying to look at it a little bit differently and think, hey, how can we bring some of the the beauty that's naturally provided by nature, especially in New Zealand, and bringing that into your own sort of residential space. So it can be challenging with smaller spaces, but yeah, if you've got a bit more room to play with, it's a great alternative, and actually ends up being quite a cool and quite different to what a lot of people have been doing in the past. So everyone's very planter box orientated and all that kind of thing, a lot of concrete, and trying to take a slightly different twist on. Started landscaping, started a company about 5 years ago. Initially was studying architecture at Auckland, and sort of basically figured out I didn't want to be stuck in an office all the time. I love the outdoors, always have, love all the fishing and all the beautiful things that you can go and do, bushwalks and stuff like that around New Zealand, and all the natives and like just being outside really more than anything. And I mean, obviously architecture does involve that for the part of it, but yeah, really just started doing maintenance and things like that with another guy, and started to sort of fall in love with it a little bit more, so decided to go out and got offered a really good opportunity for our first job that was a development in Kohimarama, and we did that and was successful. So we sort of snowballed it from there, and just kind of kept picking up work and word of mouth and things like that, and just trying to do as good a job as you can, and obviously learning as you go really, and then picking up other guys and other people into the business that had the same sort of feeling, and all my guys now they love working outside and all that kind of thing. That's sort of the the best part of it, being around like-minded people. But yeah, that's sort of how I guess it fell into it, and then all this natural sort of native stuff. But yeah, I think it came from when I first started, like I said, 5 years ago. It was a lot of sort of black bark and fencing and quite sort of regimented stuff, which I got a little bit sick of, because it's not actually like, to me it's not that beautiful. Whereas you go for a walk in the Waitakares or something like that, you're looking around and you're like, okay, that's stunning. You stop and there's just calm, and you just feel good when you're in that kind of environment. So trying to bring that into people's space at home really is what we're trying to do. Not everybody responds to it well. Some people just strictly want big decks for purpose and all of that kind of thing, but if we can at least tie in a little bit of that theme, it's obviously good for maintenance and stuff like that. People don't want high maintenance gardens anymore. Loads and loads of hedging and stuff is pretty high maintenance. You've got to trim it all the time, otherwise it looks pretty rubbish. Whereas this sort of stuff, when it gets a little bit woolly around the edges, it actually kind of fits the bill. Is kind of what it's intended to do, and it looks quite naturally lovely. So yeah, it's something that people do definitely consider. Not everyone goes ahead with it, but it is something that's quite cool. And
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and it's
good work, good name too. Greenroom.
Yeah, Greenroom. Yeah, I get a lot of people commenting on that. It sort of came around with the whole, I think, having everybody's got your living room and your dining room and all of that, so the outdoor space is your green room. So it's sort of trying to bring, people always throw around the term indoor outdoor flow, and it is definitely something to consider, and trying to make your outdoor space something that's not just shut the door and it's outside and it needs to be looked after once in a while, and you use it once and every so often for a barbecue or something.
So obviously there's a shortage of people in construction generally.
Yes.
What sort of advice would you give maybe a school leaver or someone looking at potentially getting into landscaping?
Give me a call, because we're always after new people. I really struggle to find good people that are passionate about it and things like that. I've been through quite a lot of people that do it as a part-time gig, and that's fine. It's not for everyone, but the people that are really passionate about it. I mean, if you're leaving school, when I left school, I jumped straight into a university degree, thinking that was what you had to do. And I think peers and peers' parents and things like that, that was very much so the feeling around it, that you did have to go to a university and get a degree to be successful. I did 3 years worth of study, and then I've left and now done something completely different. And if I'd had my time again, I'd probably say, I'd quite support the idea of having a gap year and doing some work for different things, doing a bit of travel and getting, a bit of experience in a few different things, a couple of trades and that sort of thing, just to get a bit of a feel for what it is that you really love. Because I still use my design skills and things like that in the landscape field that I've learned from architecture, so I don't look at it as a waste of time, but it was probably a slight delay in my kick off to this, but hey, it's all part of learning, and part of the process, and makes you who you are today, and where the business is. So no, I think it's if you want to do what you want to do when you leave school, I'd just chase whatever it is. I'd put the money aside. I went and did an architectural degree thinking, I'm going to have a degree and you're going to earn great money doing that because you're going to be this sort of flash architect. I've had loads of friends who started studying law and that kind of thing, and just it wore them out, and now I've got mates who were lawyers, fully qualified lawyers, and they're doing fishing charters because that's what they love doing. They've followed their passion and way happier doing it. And if you're happy, you're going to be good at it probably, and if you're good at it, the money will come. So I think that's a sort of a philosophy I try and live by, and help other people kind of look at as well.